Hello, people of the interwebs. Uh, a lot of people from my school, one of my classes at the high school I go to, told me that I should make a YouTube channel and show off things that I find. And this is my first video. It's gonna look like I'm not looking at the camera because I'm not looking at my face in the recording, and also I'm taking it in landscape mode because it's probably better on YouTube that way. And there's gonna be a cut to where it's in the swap direction because right now it's looking at my face. It's gonna be looking ahead of me. So, bye. I'm back. I mean, that was quick for you and for me, but it'll be instantaneous for you probably. So this is all the things I have. I'll go through each of them individually in this video, starting on the right, I guess. Let me move. So these are little, like there's signs. Maybe I'll add a picture of one of these signs in post. But there's these signs that people will put on the road. And I find all this stuff while I'm going on walks. Go on a lot of walks, usually like 2 to 4 miles most days. Sometimes you'll find the little signs, but with like not the sign on it, so just the metal. And when I find those, I usually take the metal because they can be used to do certain things. So this is just a bunch of metal. Then a lot of it's just metal. Then this is a hose. When I got this thing, I was kind of like, it was pretty early on me just picking stuff up. So this is like, it's not really useful. It's kind of torn into pieces. But I found it in the ground and I tore it out of the ground. And it was full of dirt, but I emptied it by filling it with water instead and then let the water drain. So that's a hose there. And then here, these are 2 hammers that I'll use to move things around as you would expect and hit things with hammers. I just use them for hammers. I'm at my mom's house right now. My parents are divorced. And sometimes I go to my dad's house, sometimes I go to my mom's. And so initially, this was from my mom's house, whereas the white one was from my dad's house. But initially I was using the red one, but now I've swapped over to the white one because I find it's a better hammer. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This was more stuff like the hose. I mean, I don't really need this. Like, there isn't really any use. Let me move that. But I took it. This piece of wood here is like, I found this near a church. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be able to keep my location private, at least generally, so I live in Tallahassee. This was near the church by Lake Ella. This thing, I live in Tallahassee, Florida. This thing is a light from a car. I found multiple of these, but have not taken them home because they're just so common and I can't really use them. The other side is just like that. This thing just has more wood. Somebody engraved their initials into this. This, I think, is like a door stopper. Honestly, I do not remember why I wanted this. It's just a door stopper, but I took it. Also, just a red ball. A little bit bouncy. If I drop it, it's a bouncy ball. So I don't know why I took this. I think that this is just a rolling chair. I think this is just a wheel on a rolling chair. I also don't exactly know why I decided to take this. This has some dirt in it. A lot of the stuff has dirt in it. Most of the stuff has dirt in it unless I've cleaned it out of the dirt, and I haven't with the wheel. If I walk over here, this is my hammer, this is my hose. This thing is like a survey marker. I don't usually take those right out of the ground, and my mom said that I probably shouldn't take them at all, but I did, and this one was already like fallen all over and wasn't stuck on the ground anymore, probably. But I took it. Presumably I took the pink slip off. It's usually on them. And now I have it. I didn't find this when I was walking. I just made this thing. A long time ago, I carved this. It was a big stick. I carved it down to here. It's a little bit, it's not very sharp. Not really a good focus. But it's not really pointy. But it's a big old stick. I mean, it's like a really tiny, thin stick, but you know. Then if we go over here, there's more metal. So this, I think if I remember correctly, let me zoom in more. This thing, I found on the ground at my school, I think, and it's like tapered here. Let me get a better shot. I've tried to bend it flat, but it failed. So it's tapered, and you know, that's it. These things were initially very similar to this. It's just another one of those roadside signs. But I actually bent it out of shape. Let me rotate. I actually bent it out of shape because at my school there was some there was some blackberries under a gutter, and I wanted to eat the blackberries. So I bent these in a way that I can kind of be like chopsticks, and I can go under the berries, grab them by maneuvering this in a certain way. I can't really show you because I would have to use both my hands, and I'm using one for my phone. But I kind of like put them together like that around the end of the berry, and then I pull the berry out. But by the time I had actually made those and bended all the metal around a bunch, the berries weren't really there anymore. So it was kind of pointless, but it was still fun to do some engineering. This is just a screwdriver. I also found this on the ground, but it's just a screwdriver. It's not even like a swap. I can't even like swap out the head. It's just a normal screwdriver. I have no, pardon me for my swearing, but I have no fucking clue what this is. This little circle thingy spins, and this thing moves. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I don't know. This is, well, I don't really know what this was used for initially, but it is just a piece of metal. It's just a rectangular piece of metal, and it was really hot when I picked it up initially because it had been in the sweltering sun and it was in the grass all day before I presumably all day before I picked it up. So I needed to go wash it off. I found this one at school. This one was just on a walk. These ones were also on a walk. I think this had probably fallen out of somebody's pickup truck. Well, actually, it came with this thing and a much longer piece that's at my dad's. I'm gonna sit. These two and this other really long, like this is kind of a hybrid screw. On this end, it's a bolt, and on this end, it's a screw. So I don't really know what to call it. But I found this also I found this on the ground with this piece and a really long, also hybrid screw attached in a way that I might replicate when I bring over the longer bit. So I found this at school, this on the ground, that on the ground, that on the ground, that. Really, this is the only thing, and this. These two are the only things that I found at school. Okay, moving on. I have a bunch of rope and a bunch more rope. Neither of the, well, actually, this I did find at school. And this I didn't. Actually, I'll bring, like, most of the stuff here. Some of the stuff, like the stuff over there, I don't bring this to school, but I bring most of this to school, which is admittedly probably a crime, but, I'll probably be deleting this video if I am being persecuted legally because I don't want evidence. So anyways, moving on. There's this pipe and this pipe. I think I found this. Actually, I think I found all of these. Well, to be honest, I don't remember where I found these. I thought that these were from the road signs, but I don't think they are because these are from the road signs. Well, the road sign, the one I made those two out of. So I honestly don't remember where I found these, but I have them now. And this is an adjustable wrench. I also did not find this. This was just... this was at my dad's house. Or no, it was at my mom's house. And so I took it. And I've been using it to do some things. But yeah. I also take that to school. This is... I also don't know what this is. This is just a piece of metal. This is actually a hinge. You can probably tell. Let me sit down. How should I... I'm trying to figure out how I can open it up and move it around. And also keep recording the video. I think I'll just try to do it with one hand. Gotta record this for you guys. Let me get a better angle. Honestly, most of the people watching this video will probably just be the people from my school. But whatever. So you can move it that way. It locks up here because, as you can see, it's like physically restrained. There's no more space, and then as I move it this way, there's a little bit of space open. So just the physical mechanism of it makes it work. Obviously, that's how a hinge works. And oh, sorry. Yeah, that's everything. So I take this stuff to school. Do not take this stuff to school. I can't take a hammer to school because it's a weapon, obviously. I mean, I could, but it'd be more illegal. And, well, that's my video, I guess. It's my first video. Bye.